Hey, what's up, people, and welcome back to another film breakdown video. And today we're going to be watching one of my personal favorites in the 2022 NFL Draft, Jalen Pitre. He's a DB for Baylor. He can do it all, scheme versatility and positional versatility. So let's get right into this one. Okay, so when I'm watching Jalen Pitre, football intelligence is oozing all over the film. This guy just gets it. Pre-snap, post-snap, he understands what's going on. So they're running cover two. He's playing as like a hook curl defender on the strong side. This linebacker right here, he's blitzing. And he knows he has to replace him. Typically, he knows a quarterback. When he sees a linebacker blitzing, will try to replace, hit this quick seam. So Pitre starts cheating the inside, reading the quarterback, sees him start to release, breaks on it, makes a play on the ball, gets it tipped up in the air. His team almost comes up with an interception. Really impressive play from Pitre. Smooth athlete. Not afraid to be aggressive, make plays. He's a playmaker. Boom, boom, boom. Has some ball skills. Good play by Pitre. Very competitive, as you can see. Okay, so we got Pitre in the slot again. Basically, in Baylor, he played like the star position where he was playing in a lot of underneath zones, matching in the slot. Also played on the line of scrimmage a lot, but most of his stuff is in there in the slot or like an edge defender. Um, I do think he has what it takes to play some too high. He's not really a middle field type safety. He actually compared his game at the Senior Bowl to Buda Baker, which I think is fair. They're similar sizes, similar athleticisms. They have similar play styles, and their versatility is nice too. I think Pitre is probably could play a little better near the line of scrimmage, and Baker's a little better in coverage. But let's just watch this play. King in the backfield, he's blitzing, times the snap perfectly. Look at him. He adjusts his angle based off the mesh point here, seeing the angle the running back is taking. Adjusts that angle, works behind his own defender, and makes his tackle all the way across the field, and they only gained like 2 yards. One of the most impressive plays I've seen on film this season. Just look at the hustle. That's the type of player I want on my team. Pitre is probably the best player in the draft at blowing up screens. He understands what he's seeing pre-snap, and then post-snap, he plays very aggressive downhill, very physical, and makes these tackles for losses. So let's watch this. Sees the RB motioning out, understands that it's very likely that they might throw it here, seeing that they have the numbers to block this. But Pitre just sends it right at the snap, splits number 2 and number 3 receiver, and hits him right as he catches the ball. It's just super impressive from Pitre. Okay, so in today's NFL, Pitre is the perfect fit for any defenses. He can do whatever you want. He's very versatile. He's a positionless defender. And these are the things you can do to disguise coverages. Because here he's lined up in the slot, but he ends up being a deep half safety. Deep half is not where he's at his best. He kind of overplays this, gets too wide out of his landmark. But look at the recovery. Because he saw number 2 taking more of an arc release. Then he sees number 2 break. Cuts off number 1, makes a play on the ball. You can see some good body control, some ball skills there. Even out of his element, he's making plays. Pitre excels versus the run. He understands run concepts. He has a great feel to beat blockers to the point of attack. He's playing so fast, processing information very quickly that it's very difficult to block him. And let's just watch this play real quick. Keys the pulling guard. Come downfield, sees the RB's angle, sets the edge basically, takes this block on like half man, gets the outer edge. Good hand placement, is under control. He's disciplined and aggressive, makes this tackle for loss. Not many DBs can do that, especially like 5'10" and a half DBs that are 195. Really good play from Pitre. Let's just watch that one more time. Sets the edge. Gets his shoulder into his sternum. Great play from Pitre. And he's very physical, definitely not afraid to tackle. Ends up knocking him back about 5 yards. Things you love to see. More versatility out of Pitre here. Look at him playing as an edge defender in this like 3-4 base formation. They're in like a tight front. He's out here almost like playing like a wide nine. And then the instincts versus the run. Feels these guys overset and lunge a little bit. Knifes to the inside. Stays in his gap. Makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Really good stuff from Pitre. Teams will fall in love with Pitre based off his hustle and effort alone. You can also see his range on this play. He takes great angles to make tackles. Let's just watch this. He's in man-to-man coverage. This guy's motioning across. He takes a great angle, stays tight to the linebackers, doesn't take this wide arc. Gets tight, sees him throw it to the flat, makes that tackle. They basically ran this almost like boot to play action. Quick to the flat. Pitre was lined up over on the opposite numbers. Ended up making this tackle at the line of scrimmage. Just really impressive stuff. Just effort, hustle, range, pops off all over the film. Love that from Pitre. Pitre just has like these innate instincts near the line of scrimmage and knowing when to knife between these blocks, and he can just feel leverage so well. Let's watch this. He sees this gap open up just enough because the tight end takes a little wide of an angle, and he's already breaking inside. Like, ball hasn't even been handed off yet. Knifes inside, makes the tackle for loss. Just super impressive stuff that Pitre does every single game. In Oklahoma State, they try to get Pitre here because they know how aggressive he plays these screens. But since he's already so tight and they're playing to the boundary, he knows he doesn't have to overplay this and get downhill super fast. So he stays patient and watch this. They fake the screen, try to sneak up the tight end down the sideline. He turns back into him, ball thrown out of bounds because of his perfect coverage. Like, I love that out of Pitre. Love the patience, football intelligence, understands the situation, has to zone turn, but then turns back into him because he knows he's into the sideline. Squeeze him there, plays the back shoulder, turns towards him to find the ball. Like, super impressive stuff out of Pitre. Forces the throwaway. Pitre has a great understanding of route concepts and what the offense is trying to do. Right here, they're running a play action, boot into the flat. He sees the quarterback hold on to it, sees that this guy is playing this flat, so he tries to gain depth, knowing that they're going to have another level over here. The quarterback's looking for it, but Pitre cuts it off, so he throws it back down to the flat, leverages these two routes perfectly, gets downhill to was about to make the tackle, but he slid. Just super great understanding of offenses. He's a very aware player, and that's going to take him far in the NFL. Pitre is lined up in the slot here, and he has run responsibility. This is the type of thing NFL coaches are going to be looking for, especially defensive coordinators. Get him with a smart defensive coordinator. They can use him in so many different ways, disguise different things. This will allow you to run two high, single high, just based on where he is. He's like, you can play two high, but he's an extra run defender that can get down and make plays. Look at this range. Look at him sift through the trash. It's just super impressive. Let's watch this. Keys run instantly. Sees the pulling guard. Ends up adjusting. Feels this lane open up. He's also playing the outside. Good patience, discipline. Then gets in the inside. Makes this tackle at the line of scrimmage when he was playing over near the hash. Like 7 yards off. Just really impressive stuff out of Jalen Pitre. Okay, so those were all the clips I had today for Jalen Pitre. Super impressive guy. So many plays all over his film. This is why he's probably my favorite player in the draft. I really love his versatility. He'll allow defensive coordinators to do so much. He's really an impressive player. He's very intelligent. I've listened to his interviews. He's a smart young kid. Very tough, very resilient, physical, scrappy competitor. Can do a lot, makes plays all over the field. Teams might not value him because he's not a single high free safety. Could see him probably going second round just because teams don't value maybe a box safety as much, but he's more than that. He can match up in the slot. You don't want him going up against the other team's best receiver, but he has the physicality to play against tight ends. He has enough athleticism to cover decent slot receivers. He's great in zone. He's great near the line of scrimmage versus the run. One of the best players in the draft, honestly, that I've ever seen playing the screen. It's just really good, impressive stuff. Understands what offenses they're doing. He understands what his teammates are doing. And when he's allowed to play with a little more freedom, he understands situational football. And that's why I love Jalen Pitre. So thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, or not. It's up to you. Peace out.